It's Saturday, August 8th. I'm Mike Rogers, and this is Comic Book Steals and Deals. Over at Street Level Heroes today, they have an array of comic books, virgin variants on really hot comic books, all for $20. Let me just run through the list that they have here. They have Thor number 5, the third print. That's the Klein. They have Thor number 4, the virgin variant. They have Thor number 5, the Re-Tear exclusive. That's Thor kneeling in front of that huge array of people, the virgin variant for $20. They have Thor number 3, the third print, Thor number 2, the fourth print, and then Strange Academy 1, the third print. This is the Ramos cover with Doctor Strange holding out his cape and all the kids underneath. $20 for the virgin variant again on that. They have Venom 25, the wraparound splash page. That's that Stegman virgin variant, $20. Venom number 25, the third print. Venom number 26, the second print virgin variant. You might want to start there. You're not going to find a lot of those books available elsewhere, and definitely not at that price. Over at Golden Apple today, they have the Harley Quinn number 75, the Adam Hughs variant, trade for $15 and the set for $50. They also have Thor number 2, the fourth print, the virgin variant, again for $20. I believe that's from the last one, but let's move on from there. They do have the Thor number 6, the Mercado virgin variant for $35. That's one of my favorites. That's the Thor holding what looks to be Thanos in his hand. They have the Peach Momoko Spaider-Woman number 8. The trade is for $4.99, but the virgin variant is at $200. They have Venom 27, the second print. This is the sketch variant for $50. And Thor number 5, the third print, the black and white for $3.99. They have Thor number 27, the second print. Now this is a Venomized Avengers cover. I talked about this yesterday. I believe the Avengers are actually using symbiotes to accomplish a goal, not that they're being venomized or more using the suits. If you look at the cover, you might agree. $3.99 on that. They have the Robin King one shot, the 1 in 25, the Roberts for $75. That one is still available. Over at Hanahan Comics today, they have Thor number 6, again the Mercado, but they have the set for $49.99. Actually, while I was doing that, they might have sold out of the set, and they may only have the trade available at $14.99. Really like the Mercado because you are seeing Thor as the Black Winter. They also have Venom 27, the Kirkham trade, $19.99. That Venom 27 is very underrated. The Kirkham Venoms, for some reason, seem to be very underrated. We miss them or we skip them, and then we go back and we look at them and we're like, oh, what's going on there? So is the case with Venom 27. Let me get to that, though. There's a couple more things that I want to talk to you about before that. But we will get back to that Venom 27, the Kirkham trade. They have Venom 27, the second print Avengers. This is that Avengers cover again. They have Thor number 5, the third print. This is the Black Winter. This is a Black Winter cover, $2.79. I know I'm throwing out a lot of numbers and a lot of prints at you. I wouldn't be mentioning them if I didn't think that they were important, if I didn't think they were playing into the big story. In the Thor variant covers, I'm looking for those virgin variants because I know they're going to take off in price. And I'm also looking for really good depictions of Thor as the Black Winter. There's a few. I think the best one out there is probably the Mercado or the Mercado. Well, I think the Mercado is probably the best, but there's one other on there that I have on the list that I'll mention as well. Marvel Zombies. Yesterday, again, I mentioned this yesterday, but I'll mention it again. Thorough, from Keeping It Thorough, mentioned something about Marvel Zombies. He said, look at the O in Marvel Zombies. What does that look like to you? It looks like the Carnage symbol. Reading into that, I'm thinking that they're going to be working the entire symbiote race into the Carnage story. Into the zombie resurrection story. Let's see how it plays out. They're a lot smarter than I am over there, but I think that's what the case is. I think that's, and if you go back to the Marvel Zombies, the first ones, I looked at my copies of the first ones that I have here, it's in there as well. So either this was a mistake or it's been planned for a very long time. There's a new one as well called Zombies Assemble. This again, you've got that Avengers Venomized cover, or sort of Venom suit Avengers, and now we have a Zombies Assemble, which is the Avengers as zombies. It's a number 1, Lubera, $3.89. It's and then there's also a 1 in 50 more for $14.99. Check those out. Those are brand new. So Venom 27. Okay, we talked about Venom 27. Thor number 6 to Mercado, we talked about that. Okay, so there's a Venom I want to talk about, but we're getting to it. I think it's over here at Sunny's Comics. At Sunny's Comics today, the Venom number 1, they have Venom number 1 available. This is the Mary Jane bubble variant. This thing's been sold out forever. I'm now looking back at Mary Jane and Ghost Spider being carnageized and venomized. I think that's going to play into the story. I honestly think that Ghost Spider is going to be Carnage at some point. There's just some weird things. I know she's going to be venomized, but I think she might actually be taken over by Carnage at some point. I know that sounds really weird, but I'm seeing things in covers that are kind of leading me that way. So at Sunny's, they have this Venom number 1. It's the Mary Jane bubble variant. I can't remember what it says, but it's just her venomized standing in the doorway. $29.99. That's a Virgin variant. It's sold out everywhere else. They also, over at Sunny's Comics, have Mega Man number 1. This is a Peach Momoko variant. This just came out from Scorpion Comics. The way that Scorpion Comics releases comics is they tell you at like 11 o'clock at night. Oh, by the way, that's live. Going and I've never been able to get any of their exclusives. Thankfully, they're sold on other websites. So you can go over to Sunny's Comics, get the Mega Man number 1. They have a Momoko, the Virgin variant, and the trade are both still available. And they also have that, there's a very limited blue available. It's like $199. I don't even know what the gimmick is on that. Another series I'm looking at that Sunny's has is Venomized, okay? Venomized number 1, $2.99. This is a carnageized Avengers cover. $2.99, 1 of 5, check it out. Guardians of Nowhere number 1. This is a Gwenom variant. I'm going back and I'm looking at these Venomized and these Venomized covers, especially when it has anything to do with Gwen or Mary Jane. Not as much Mary Jane, but Gwen. If it has anything to do with Ghost Spider or anything to do with Gwen, I'm paying attention. So this Ghost of Nowhere number 1, the Gwenom variant, it's a Virgin variant, $29.99. I believe it's a Virgin variant. They have the Venomized number 4, the Bagley 1 in 50. It's $29.99. It's just this could be a full cover of the Venomverse. This could be all the evil symbiotes in the Venomverse. There are a ton of characters on this cover. Check it out. It's a 1 in 50. It's a Bagley, $29.99. Then I was going down this Venomverse tunnel and I was like, put them all in. So I just searched Venomverse. All the ones that are available are up there. Just take a look at those covers, see what's going on there. It makes a lot of sense that Venomverse would play into what we're doing right now. A lot of talk is going on into the next chapter of, basically we're going into Maximum Carnage, and I believe that this new chapter in Venom and Carnage is just building right off of Maximum Carnage, kind of knocking out years and years and years of history and going right back to the 80s and 90s. Over at Bird City Comics, they have the Venom 27, the Ryan Brown. This one's available at a couple of stores, but did pretty much sell out everywhere. Trade for $14.99, the Virgin variant for $39.99. They have the Mike Mayhew Ghost Spider number 9. This is an awesome cover. It's a Ghost Spider. She is carnageized, but if you look at the way that Mike Mayhew drew this, she's venomized in this, but if you look at the way that Mike Mayhew drew this, this is the cover that I was like, wait a second, is there something more going on here that we're supposed to know? It's a beautiful cover regardless, Virgin variant, $39.99. It's Ghost Spider number 9. They have Symbiote Spider-Man number 5. It's that Land Virgin variant, the last one, number 5, that came out. That sold very, very well, but they still have it over at Bird City. They also have Venom number 25. This is only 3,000 of these were made. This is the one I wanted to talk about. This is a by Chew. It's $14.99. It's one, again, that I just skipped over. I just was like, I don't even know what's going on there. Kind of looked it over. But if you look at the cover, you've got Carnage in the foreground. No, you've got Venom in the foreground. You've got Carnage in the background. And then there's some person's face in the sky. It looks like a woman, maybe a witch, cut out half, okay? And there's a cityscape going on, and then there's a sign on a building, and I believe the sign on the building is for the Life Foundation. It looks like there's a triangle, it looks like a triangle, an upside down triangle, 2 letters, and the symbol for DNA. Looks like what's on that building. I'm thinking they're just cluing into the Life Foundation. So I just love these covers. I love the fact that they're putting clues in like this. So if you don't have to buy it, but go and check it out, because I never looked at this cover, and now I'm seeing all kinds of stuff in this cover. Over at IG Comics, they had the Annihilation. This is a really quick one. IG Comics Store has Annihilation number 404. It's the Annihilation Nova series. This is the Death of Quasar. Apparently it's hard to find. It's a Delato cover for $22.95. I'm not really interested in it, but it jumped out at me. Over at Groundbreaking Comics, they have the Limb Harley Quinns as a set. You can get all three as a set for, I don't even think I wrote down the, you can get all three as a set, or you can get all three individually. So they have the set and individually. The individual is 35, 25, and 20. And then the set, I can't remember what the set was, but they have it as a set as well. Something's Killing the Children over at Groundbreaking Comics. They've got number 7, 8, 9, 10, all for $4. They got the trade paperback for $15. They've got Ranger Slayer variants from $9 to $25 on the Power Rangers. They've got the Once and Future number 1 for $10 just sitting there. It's been sitting there for quite a while, but they got number 1 sitting there. That's, I believe, is already going to be an option series. $10. They have the Clayton Crane Joker. This is that Joker on the card. It says Joker on one side and Joker on the other. I've seen this sell in a 9, 8 up to $250. When I saw it sell at $175, I almost bought it at $175. They've got that covered there, $25, the Villain of the Year. They have the Dark Knight Death Metal. I just put that in. You're going to get all their Dark Knight Death Metal. And then I did Immortal Hulk Alex Ross, because they have a ton of the Immortal Hulk Alex Ross, all at Groundbreaking Comics. Over at the Comic Connection, they got Big Girls number 1, the set by Peach Momoko for $79.99. Then I figured while I was there, if you're into Do You Poo, you're going to see it there. I did a whole section of that. If you're into Hardly Thin, you're going to see it there. They have a whole section of that. So I linked both those sections. If those are something into, that's the place to go. And then they also have a Greg Horn set of 4 Ghost Spider covers, okay? This is Ghost Spider number 1 by Shannon. Okay, sorry. This is a Ghost Spider Greg Horn set of 4 covers. This is Ghost Spider transforming into Carnage. Again, this is a 4 cover set of Ghost Spider transforming into Carnage. Maybe this is where I got the idea. $99. Again, just check it out. You don't have to buy it, but and the first thing she's doing in the first one is just like her on a building. The second one is her. The second, third, and fourth are her face changing, and when she gets to Carnage, she's going like this, like it's a secret. There's something going on there. So check it out, even if you don't buy it. But they do have the Ghost Spider number 1, the Shannon Mare, for the trade for $19.99. I literally just bought that and sold it at my lost auction for like $45. So they have Captain Marvel number 8, the Carnageized InHuk Lee. I know how we all feel about Captain Marvel, but it's going to be a very important series, and her Carnageized is going to be an important event. Virgin variant at $19.99. They also have the Shannon Mare Fallen Angels number 1. That Fallen Angels number 1 of Peach Momoko's has gone away. I mean, that was at $3.99 forever, and now it's like $45. I don't think it was because of the cover. I think it's because of the series. This is a Shannon Mare X23 cover for $14.99. Really good looking. Bag and Board has their discounted books. Okay, so they do their picks of the week. Bag and Board is like a comic book store. It's like if you had a really giant comic book store in your town, you would go there. There'd be like a board with the picks of the week, and they'd have every book that you'd ever be looking for, and not the sold out ones. And then like your back issue, like your recent back issues too. So you could spend a day at Bag and Board. But the ones that I did was Venom back issues. So I just put in Venom. You get all the real hot ones are sold out, but they got all the back issues. So if you want to start at 1 and get the entire series through Venom Island and everything, you could start there. They have most of the more available comic books there. Things from Another Planet has same website. Sorry, they have toys, discounted comics, and pops. So not only do they have comic books over there, but they've got toys and pops as well. They had a really cool Carnageized toy as well. I did not link that, but just so if you're looking for toys or pops, things from another planet or things from another world, I can't remember which one it is. I think it's things from another planet. You can get those there. Mutant Beavers in Canada, but man, they have everything. They got the Venom 27, the InHuk, the set for $59.99. Okay, so this is a book that's actually going to be available Sunday at 2 p.m. So it's Venom 27, the InHuk, $59.99 for the set. I've linked it. Go check it out. Not saying you have to buy it, but you might as well take a look at it. And then they also have the Battle Tales, the Star Wars Clone Wars Battle Tales that has Yoda and Darth Maul on the cover that everybody's looking for. $59.99 on that, and that's available right now. I've also linked Slab City Comics. They're in England, and Mutant Beaver and Slab City, I kind of put them against one another because Mutant Beaver has everything in the world, but you're paying $13 in shipping. Slab City has next to everything in the world, but you're only paying $5 in shipping. And these are those overseas stores that tend to have more comics available than we do in the United States. Slabbed Heroes is in the United States. They sell all your current books in CGC form, so you could just shop for your current books in CGC form at Slabbed Heroes. They're doing a deal today, $10 for $30, 10 raw bucks for $30, something like that. They were doing... Check it out. They're doing a raw book deal as well because they have tons of raw books. The ones that aren't 9/8, they got to do something with them. So big raw book sale on that. And then our two sponsors, my two sponsors, Wrath of Comics. Use CBSD 10 at that website. You get 10% off your order. What I was looking over there is the Venom 26, the InHuk set. This was that first full cover, standing cover of the person we still don't know who it is like yet. Has kind of like the Black Hawk face, the white eyes, and the red dragon in the center of his chest. They have that set for $99. I don't think you can find you can probably find the trade for like 30 some odd bucks, but I don't think you can find the Virgin variant anymore. They have that entire set for $99.95. Over at Mighty Thorpe Comics, again, CBSD 10 for 10% off your order every day at Mighty Thorpe. I got a report from Mighty Thorpe Comics that people are using CBSD 10 at Mighty Thorpe Comics. That's awesome. That's all I want to hear. Haven't heard as much from Wrath of Comics, so definitely use that 10% over at Wrath of Comics too. Over at Mighty Thorpe today, they have a ton of stuff. You might want to start here. I was saying start over at Street Level Heroes. You might want to start here. They've got Strange Academy #2, the second print. This is a school logo. So it's a white cover with the school's logo on the cover for $3.99. They have a package deal. Red Mother #7 and Something's Killing the Children #9 for $5. You might want to grab that right now. And then they have Something's Killing the Children #9, a 1 in 25. We don't know what the cover is going to look like, but that series is hot as heck. They've got it at $37.49. You're going to use CBSD 10 on top of that, get 10% off of that. And that book is probably selling for about $50 when it comes out. So you're already a little bit ahead of the game if you want to go that route. But definitely at Wrath of Comics and at Mighty Thorpe Comics, you might want to start there, start your day there. Use that CBSD 10, get the 10% off on your comics that you just want to bang out, and then go on the mighty hunt. There are so many comics out there today. It's frightening. Every day I make a point of putting in a DC title because I could just skip DC, do Independence and Marvel. The Venom Carnage event is literally a black hole in the Marvel universe, and it's sucking everything in. Nothing is going to escape the Carnage Venom events that are also going to go into the movies. I don't think they're going to go into the MCU movies. I think the MCU is going to be dealing with the Fantastic Four and the Skrull War for a while. And all those, the Avengers and all that. I think it's Sony, or even if Marvel gets the Venom and has Venom, and they don't even need Spider-Man as the thing. They can do this just with Venom. But Marvel's going to want to, I think Marvel wants to get control of Venom so that they can control the whole thing. I think they're going to keep the two entities separate, but I think the events that we're going to be dealing with are the Skrull Wars on one side and basically Maximum Carnage on the other. And to that point, I've been purchasing some books that I'm not going to show you yet. I bought 3 of one book, 3 of a Thor book, in speculation of what's going to happen in the movies. 1 Fantastic Four and 1 Captain Marvel. I'll show you the Captain Marvel. This is the Captain Marvel I bought. And this is in speculation of what's going to be happening with the, when we introduce Fantastic Four, when we introduce the Skrull Wars. There's going to be a character that comes into play that no one is talking about. He could be one of the oldest villains in... He could be one of the oldest villains in Marvel. He's on the cover here. He's got a really simple name. Do your history. Do a little research. A lot of you are like, yeah, that's so-and-so. Yeah, but for the people who don't know, do a little research. Realize that Captain Marvel explained it. We are going into the Skrull-Kree War, which is a very, 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 very old event in Marvel Comics. It goes back to the beginning. And I'm buying some books, speculating on some books on that front. So I'll show you those books, but I'm going to wait a little bit before I do. I'm going to send some of my big supporters. One of these books I bought multiple copies of. And they're not expensive. They're not in the best shape, but they're going to be worth a lot of money, if I'm right. I bought multiple copies, and I'm going to send them out to like my biggest supporters. Just be like, here you go. I bought these back before this happened, and now it happened. Here you go. Here's some really interesting books that we got in. And not all of these are going to be the Venom series. This is, okay, so Venom number 159, the variant edition. I think what's going on in just the Donny Cates Venomverse is affecting everything. I think this is playing into what's going on with the Donny Cates series. Then they did this Venomized Villains that I had to get. So what is this? I guess this is Guardians of the Galaxy number 9, I guess? This is Venomized Villains. That's the human planet. What's his face? Venomized. I should know who this is, but I don't. I don't know. It's X-Men Gold, Venomized Villains. I have no idea who that is. We've got Venomized Villains. I got 2 of her. I'm not going to try to say her name because I'm going to get it wrong. Then we got this Venom number 2. This is a variant edition. I saw this online. I saw it on eBay and I grabbed it because I will look on to see if Wanted Comics still has this book. I doubt they do. I've only seen one. This is Wanted Comics Venom number 2, the variant edition. This is Spider-Man Deadpool number 21, variant edition, Venomized Villains. 2 of those. These are all going to be available in the auction tonight. We're finally having the auction tonight. Yay! We're finally having the auction. We've got so many Venom books. We've got so much Silver Age. We've got a little Something's Killing the Children. There was a note in my box that said that we were going to be getting 2 orders of Peach Momokos, 2 boxes of Peach Momoko today, which haven't been delivered yet, but I'm hoping they get delivered soon. Venom number 10, the variant edition. and Venom #1, the annual, featuring stories from Donny Cates, David Michelin, Ron Lim, and James Stocco, a host of symbiotic storytellers. So the books that we just Venom, okay, just